Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do an experiment. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I never wanted to do it on the hair on my head just because I know if I mess that up, I'll have to like fix it and then it just becomes a mess. So I decided to keep my hair from when I cut it off, and I split it up into 3 sections, and I want to test out what is the best color remover for unnatural hair colors. And the reason why I want to do this is because throughout like all my hair dyeing, I didn't think about the fact that I constantly put layers and layers and layers of colors over my hair, and that made it really hard for me to strip the color out of it. And I would have loved to change my color every few weeks, honestly. Like, it's so much fun to change your hair color, but because I had so much history and because I didn't like the fact that pastel hair colors fade so quickly, I always used intense colors and I wanted them to be long lasting, so as they fade out it can lighten naturally and really well. And also I was too impatient to bleach my hair to like a white. It's complicated. I never really thought it through properly. So the top half of my hair right now, it's a really nice purpley gray color, and that's because the top half of my hair was only purple. Purple cancels out all the yellow and the blonde, so that's why it's turning into a gray right now, which is awesome because I've been wanting to do that gray hair trend, but because the bottom half of my hair had so much history, I knew I couldn't strip all the color out of the bottom half of my hair without destroying it and having it become stringy again from like bleaching and like all the different processing. That was really long-winded. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to compare the differences. So I'm going to be comparing 3 different products. I'm going to be comparing Ion's Sensitive Scalp Bleach and Ion's Color Remover. So what the third option is clear hair dye, and what that is it doesn't have any pigment in it. It's just clear and it's meant to dilute other colors. So for example, if I'm using a dark purple, I'd use the clear to dilute the color in order to have a pastel purple. But you can't use any kind of clear because most of the clear dyes are only deposit only, like most of the colors are. It's not permanent. So you need to find a clear dye that needs developer to process your hair, and that takes your hair through developing into whatever happens. Anyways, let's get right into it. This is a before shot of the hair that I'm going to be processing. So what I did first was I took my 3 strands of hair, I laid it out, and I protected my table with foil. First one was bleach. I applied Ion's bleach with 30 volume developer onto the first one. Then the second one, I used Ion's color remover on the second one, and oh my god, that thing smells awful. And then lastly, I use clear dye, and this is from the Vinci brand. Alright, so after I let that process for 30 minutes, I took all the hair to the bathroom and I washed it in the sink. I use my purple shampoo to wash it all out, and then I let it dry. So here is a side-by-side comparison of what the before and the after is. As you can see, there is a huge difference. It has lightened a lot. And then here are all 3 of the strands right next to each other. As you can see, bleach is the lightest. Eek. So weird. Okay, so here are the hair that I dyed, and then here is a bunch. Wow, you really can't tell the difference. Alright, so here are the pieces that I used in my experiment. So this one is the Bleach Strand, and I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it's actually really blonde. I think if I did one more bleach session or tried to tone out the green and the light pink, it would be good to go for any new color, which is awesome. For the color remover, it's definitely lighter, but it has a lot more pigment left in the strands. You can see that, well, I think you guys can see too. You can see that it's more green and has some pink left from the pink I put in, and then in comparison to this, like, this isn't as light. It didn't remove as much as I would have liked it to, but whatever. And then the clear also has some pigment left. It's very green too, and and blue and green is so hard to get removed out of your hair, but it lightened more than the color remover that I used. So definitely bleach was the winner of my experiment, and it processed the hair better. It removed a lot of the pigment. The clear Da Vinci hair dye did pretty good. It also removed a lot of pigment, and it's also less damaging. So that's also something you have to take into consideration when you want to remove your natural hair color. And then last was the color remover. Maybe the ion color remover isn't as good as other color removers, so I'd want to try out other color removers next time, but it did lighten the hair and remove some of the pigment. So as you can see, all three of the products did lighten the hair. It did take out some of the color of my past history. So all in all, bleach would be #1 in color removing, and then using a clear dye with 30 volume developer will come in second, but it is less damaging. Bleach really dries out your hair, and if you're like me who has bleached their hair multiple times, you're not gonna want to bleach your hair for the 6th time. Honestly, it's gonna start breaking, it's gonna become stringy, and I've had that experience before. It's not fun, it's really sad. It sucked, honestly. So if you're like me who has a lot of history of bleaching, I would go with using clear because it is less damaging and does provide lightening that would help in changing your hair color. You can definitely try color remover. It might work better on you guys, I don't know, but that's just how it worked on my hair, and I'm not a hairstylist. I am not a professional in any way. This is just me experimenting because I was curious, and I have my leftover hair from the hair that I chopped off. And yeah, I thought it was really cool to see the differences in how the dyes worked on my own hair. And if you guys like this video, please like it below. And if you guys have any suggestions for me for my next videos, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, you should. I will see you all next time. Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't checked out my vlog channel, I recently started it. I'm going to link it below, and also have one of those buttons up here. I don't know what side it's on. It's just for me to document some of my memories for the future, and I'd love to look back on it. And if you guys want to follow me on that journey, I would love that too. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! See ya,